Hello, and welcome to another paint session with me, Chris, as we're just going to sit down, do a little bit of painting, and maybe do a little bit of talking. I don't know. Sorry, I'm still just kind of getting everything loaded up here. So tonight, I think I'm going to continue work. Well, I'm going to finish off my Aeldari Autarch, and I might continue a little bit more work on Eldrad, which I was working on last time. So we might get those two completed up. We'll see. Hopefully, we get them done. Oh, Basil's here. What's happening, buddy? What's happening, Basil? Okay, I don't need this live, do I? Oh, for the love of Pete. Okay, apparently it's going to leave this live running here. It's kind of annoying. I'll leave this right here. Screw it. So, yeah, we're going to work on my Autarch. Get him done. Yeah. So, we're going to get him all started, ready to go. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay and everything's running. Here's Rodicus. Roar. Roar. Actually, let me see, make sure my camera's all set here. Danny V, hey there, hey there. Oh, Basil's playing some PUBG. Well, we're going to have to play some PUBG later, I think. I don't know about tonight, but we definitely have to play some at some point here. Oh, not that one. I wanted that one. Let's see here. Let's try around there. Yeah, that's all right. All right. So, first things first. Sorry, I'm just getting my area all cleaned up here. So I'm working on this great big guy here for quick tips. For anybody in the vault knows that this guy's coming along here. Probably see the first parts tomorrow. You're gonna see the first parts tomorrow if, on YouTube. Actually, you'll see how I did that flesh. But let's grab. Oh yeah, that's right. I need Baneblade Brown, right? That's how I do. Is that how I do these colors? Yeah, Baneblade Brown and some Ushabti Bone. Is it Baneblade? I think it's Baneblade. Is that Baneblade? Yeah, it's Baneblade with some Agrax on top of it. That's what that is. Sorry, I'm just trying to color match most of my units together, right? So try and get these things all kind of looking the same and kind of pretty. Let's yeah, I guess that's fine right there, like that, eh? Let's get some more viewage of the table here. Yeah. And so we're all done with this guy here. And you can see his sparkly feathers and his sword. It's a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun doing him. Oh, I don't need that tool. There. We don't need much Baneblade Brown because there's not a whole lot on this model. So So I take it a lot of you guys were enjoying Quirk's show today. His live stream, his 24-hour live stream. I assume a few of you guys tuned in. Caught a bit of that. Hopefully I had some laughs. Hopefully, anyway. Who else we got joining us now? Oh, we got Congo joining us. Hey, have you let the gobbles out of the basement for potty time lately? Yes, actually, I have. I have let them out. They're out. They're running amok. Oh, I gotta shake this up more. Jeez Louise. There we go. Throw a little bit of, what's it? Screaming Skull? Oh, Shopty Bone. I kind of like this look. Basically what I do is I use Baneblade Brown on the outer portions of the Wraith Bone, and then the inner portions, which often have like the little Eldar writing on it and stuff, I use Screaming Skull or Ushapti Bone for that. And so as you can see there, just get two-tone going on. I don't know, it looks kind of interesting to me. It's just an aesthetic choice, you know. Get into them little nooks and crannies. There we go. One thing I didn't show, actually, in the quick tips. Let's see here. Let's get this. Let's get some more light happening here. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. One thing I didn't show in the quick tips actually was I added red ink to the inner feathers of the helmet and the wings, and of the shoulder pads and like the armor plates. It actually gives them a bit of a shine on those portions, but I actually really kind of dig it, you know. Sorry, it's get some more light on them. And so as you can see, just to really kind of bring a bit of that vibrant red back into the model. So yeah. All right, is that part done? Comments. Congo. I notice your Autarch has a metallic shine to it, or shine. Yeah, the helmet is metallic gold. The pistol is metallics. The blade is chrome with clear color on top of it, and the feathers, the bright feathers on the helmet and wings are chrome, and they're just straight up chrome, as you can see there. Just for a bit of flash, you know, a bit of something interesting. If you're a Vault member, you would have seen this entire series, how I did this guy. I finished this guy off. I think the last video I posted was today, I think, for this. So, yeah. Where's my egg Rexer shade? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where the hell is it? Oh, come on. No. What the hell? Okay, this isn't funny anymore. Why do I have two crimsons? Ah, there's my egg Rex. Jeez, Louise, looking everywhere for this. So, I'm going to hit the base here. Congo. I'm thinking of getting a metallic black for my Uthwi. Yeah, metallic black. I like Scale 75's black metal. It's a really nice color. It's a really dark metallic. Imagine taking like Abaddon black to um, to like lead belcher or something, you know, where you just end up with this really deep color. Let's throw a shade wash on here now, just to like pick out some of them little details on the little thing he's standing on, you know, whatever the heck it is. Does anybody know what these things are supposed to be? Like, are they just wraith construct stuff that they're just standing on, or is it like supposed to have some sort of meaning, or what? I've been playing Eldar a long time, and nobody's told me the meaning of that one. All right, next step is waiting for that to dry, and then we're gonna hit it with some Aeldari Earth, because this is kind of close to Baneblade Brown. And so I like this one, Aeldari Earth. We're going to lay that on, and then we're pretty much going to leave that guy alone for the time being, and we'll come back to Eldrad. Where are we? Sammy C, there he is. Hey, Chris, looks like a new mini crate model. Awesome job as always. Can't stay in a meeting. Just wanted to take a peek in, checking what's going on. Got to get back to the meeting. Arg. Be well and see you online soon. Well, see you later, Sammy. Congo, it's the ink. Yeah, it's the ink. The ink is what gives them that really vibrant red. And the ink I used was this kind of ink right here. Just this regular artist kind of drawing ink. And that brought back a lot of the vibrant red color in the model. Grim, there he is. Howdy. That is some stream by Quirk, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was good for a laugh. You know. It was, you know, it was entertaining. I mean, you know, I didn't watch everything. I only just, you know, jumped in a couple minutes in the beginning or early on, and then a little bit at the end. And I'd imagine it got probably pretty silly at some point in the middle of the night. I have no idea. He is actually, I think he's still here. He's still sleeping in the back right now because, you know, it's not really safe for him to drive home right after the thing, so he was supposed to just take a nap and, you know, chill out and take her easy for a bit, you know. Congo, what would I highlight with that? Yeah, I think it's just Wraithbone construct. What would you highlight? The black metal? Well, you could probably highlight the black metal with, say, taking black metal and, you know, adding just a spot of silver to it, bring it up a little bit, edge highlight, bring it up a little bit, edge highlight. You know, take it up as dark or as bright as you want to go. I wouldn't go too bright because it is Uthwi, right? And then I would probably hit it with like, not this one, but like a gloss Nuln Oil, just to push some of those recesses back a bit. You could also hit it with regular Nuln Oil, but you'll end up killing that metallic luster. Now, if that's the way you want to go for it. But if you want to preserve that metallic luster of it, yeah, you want to use like a gloss, and that'll keep that nice, vibrant, you know, shiny, metallic vibe on the armor and everything. And so, yeah, that's probably the best way to go, is to go that route. Is this guy dry? Mostly. Somewhat. Kind of. I guess we can do just a little bit of edge highlighting on it, I suppose, eh? Oh, let's do a little bit of highlighting on it, I guess, before we put Aeldari Earth on. So we went Baneblade Brown, and typically, whenever I highlight Baneblade Brown, I like to go with... Where's my color? Oh, there it is. I like to do Rakarth Flesh after Baneblade Brown. Just because, you know, it's got a real pale quality to it. It's, you know, it's often like obviously a flesh tone, right? But as you can kind of see here, how, you know, the tones are, you know, it's just up a little bit from the base tone, you know. So it's kind of like if they added, you know, a bit of white to Baneblade Brown, and that's how they got Rakarth Flesh. I have no idea how they come about their color swatches when they were making these colors, but Yeah. So we're going to take a little bit of carved flesh, throw that onto the palette, and we're going to do a little bit of edge highlights. Just a little bit of edge highlight. We're not going to, kill ourselves, trying to get perfect little highlights on this guy here. Just going to get just a little bit done on him, just to say he's done. Again, this piece here, like I've painted it just for tabletop. It's not. This is not going into any kind of competition or anything like that. So just this very simple edge highlight. Let's throw a little dash down here. Kind of like it's broken or something, kind of a chipping. Kind of like that kind of vibe. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but something kind of like that. Yeah, that's all right. So now we're going to come in with some Screaming Skull, because what skull isn't screaming except Screaming Skull? Slap a little bit onto our palette. Don't need very much. We're just going to pick out basically the lettering that's on this rune. Just sticking with the dampness on my brush, just to thin this color down just ever so slightly. Yeah, I'll just pick out some of these little details here. Just kind of like that. Kind of see that. Like I said, we're not killing ourselves on these details or anything like that. We're not, trying to, reinvent the wheel, as it were. Yeah. So for any of you guys caught the stream today, hopefully you guys had a bit of fun watching Cork paint his army, and hopefully got a little bit of insight in, how he goes through his process. Because not everybody's the same, right? I mean, I know like a lot of people were harping on him about, leaving his paint pots open and, he's doing this wrong. I mean, like, I was kind of playing along. I was joking, of course. I mean, paint however you want. Paint however, whatever makes you happy, but I mean, I also operate from the mindset of, taking care of your tools, right? So, yeah. Ebb and flow, what's happening? Sup? Congo, oh, silver, gotcha. So now he wanted his Craft World and Harlequin vehicles shiny. I gotcha. Basil, Chris, do you know any metallic purples? Metallic purples? Yes. Scale 75 has metallic purple. There we go. Amethyst Alchemy. Now, this is not like deep purple. It's not a deep metallic-y purple, but you can lay this down and put like a clear purple on top of it and get some really great results from this. But yeah, Scale 75 does have a metallic purple. When doing colored metallics, you're better off picking up like a set of Minotaur Ghost Tints or the Forge World clear colors. Like these from Forge World, the clear colors. This is a purple here I'm holding. This is really good stuff. This is actually what I used on this guy to get like some of the purple wounds on everything. Another one is, of course, clear Tamiya colors, and using these. But these are not water-based acrylics. They're more solvent-based. You got to cut them with Tamiya thinner or alcohol, rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, just to thin them out just a bit. Excuse me. They are fairly fast drying, so be careful of that. But otherwise, yeah, doing colored metallics, adding color to, say for example, we had metallic medium. Where's my metallic medium? Do I have it here handy? I don't even know if I have it handy. No, that's crackle medium. I don't have my metallic medium handy? Yes, I do. Vallejo has metal medium. This stuff is fantastic. Fantastic. If you can get your hands on metal medium, basically what this is just the metal shine without any colors or additives. So this is really, really bright. Now, it's not like chrome or anything like that. It's not like that. It's just the metallic pigment. It's just pure, uncolored metallic paint. And you can add colors to this and make a metallic paint. Oftentimes, I would recommend, you know what though, I've never tried actually, just come to think of it, is say like an ink. Now I wouldn't use red because red and metallics just tend to be very difficult to get right. Scale 75 has some red metallics, but they're very, very bright. And all the colored metallics seem to be on the bright end. So that probably has something to do with the way this stuff mixes with colors. The best way to get, you know, like a metallic red or metallic purple or what have you, is metallics and then lay a clear color on top of it. That's really like the best way to go. In my opinion, that's really the best way to go, because you can always start off with some dark, deeper metallics, build up to a bright metallic, and then throw that clear color on top, and it'll give you all that color variation in there. And it's basically it's like a clear glaze that just goes right on top, and bang, you're done. I've done it for a lot of things. Okay, yeah, here's an example. I have been so in love with doing these metallics lately that here's like one example is my Autarch. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure I had shown videos on doing this guy, but basically all I had done was laid a metallic down, hit a bit of red, and then hit it with the raw umber hue, which is a transparent color from Golden, which is an airbrush paint. And it just deepens up some of those darker points in the red, and then threw the red on, and it gave me that nice metallic shine. But before that, it was, oh no, this was chrome. Yeah, that's right. This was a chrome I did, and then threw the red on top. And I just absolutely love how much of the luster comes through. And then of course it was given a clear coat. But I'm pretty sure I'd shown a video on how I did this guy, or a couple videos on how to do that. But I also did it for my Wraith Knight, Wraith Lord, my Lynx. I think that's it. Oh, and I did it for my Aegis walls as well, my Eldar Aegis walls. But yeah, so there's quite a few ways to get a metallic colored look. It really depends on what kind of look you're after, is really what it is. Congo. I tried getting into non-metallic metal, but I like my metals. What chrome did I use? Oh, what chrome? For him, I used Molotov's liquid chrome. This stuff right here. This stuff is really, really good. You got to lay it on really saturated. I've shown using this by airbrush and by regular paintbrush. I think in this video series I had shown how to do this by hand. So all those feathers, that was all painted in by hand using this chrome. But if I'm airbrushing a bunch of stuff, I prefer this. This is Spastix Mirror Chrome, and this stuff spray. This is made for airbrush, and this is made for basically modelers. This Molotov Chrome, this is for, like, you know, markers and things of that. It really wasn't intended for our modeling needs. Whereas this Spastix stuff This is really good stuff. Like you can build up to this chrome. Like you can lay a little bit layer down, lay a little bit more, and build up to the chrome. You can do it in a very nice controlled fashion. Whereas with the Molotov, you have to hit it all at once, like on the surface, and it's just boom, and you know what I mean? And then it self-levels and everything like that, and it looks fantastic. I mean, you can't beat the level of chrome that you get with this. But I don't like how you have to apply it in one heavy go. And even doing it by airbrush, you got to do it like in a heavy go. It just kind of and just spray it down and let it be, and you know what I mean? And yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking working with it by airbrush. By paintbrush, it's fine because you're doing just small little things. But doing it by airbrush, yeah, it was a complete pain, man. Oh, it was nerve-wracking stuff. Basil. And if I want to do dark purple Kabbalite metallic armor, like you painted the Kabbalites in the quick tips using glazing, what would you recommend? I love Vallejo's metallic medium, but I've only used it once and probably wrong since it doesn't look metallic in the end. Except in quick tip armor wasn't metallic. Yeah, right. But you want to do a metallic finish on your Dark Eldar, right? If you were using shade washes, like if you laid down your metallics and then used the shade washes, and they were just the regular shade washes, that might have killed the metallic luster. Whereas if you had used a gloss shade wash, like because they have like Agrax Earthshade in regular and in gloss, and if you're using metallics, I often recommend the gloss because that will preserve the nice metallic shine, but it'll still give you the creeping recesses of the shade wash that everybody knows and loves, right? So, yeah, that might have been what happened. Is it might have killed the metallic shine from your paint job. Congo. I'll be getting Molotovs. Be using it for small details. Yeah, like it doesn't have to be for like really super small details, but like if you're doing like canopies or gun barrels or stuff like that. Yeah, you're probably better off just applying it by paintbrush. Don't worry about trying to lay it on by airbrush or anything like that. If you want to do like an entire Land Raider in the chrome, I would recommend something like this, Spastix Mirror Chrome. I would recommend this instead. It'll still give you a chrome finish. It's just that the Molotov just gives you like this really crisp mirror kind of chrome, and the Spastic is really good. Don't get me wrong. You get a reflection out of it and everything like that, but it's just not the same. Once you compare the two, they're just not the same. But for our needs, I would go with Spastix. Spastix gives you a much better control, and a much more reliable finish. You don't have to lay so much down and just because when you lay this down, like I showed it in the video, like when I was doing the sword, and I did this sword by laying the chrome down by paintbrush, and I showed that the paint, you have to lay it on so heavy that I obscured the detail of the runes on the blade. But that's fine because the Molotov, when it dries, it reduces down. It goes flat right to the surface. It doesn't chunk up. But you have to lay it that heavy. So it's counterintuitive to how we oftentimes paint. And so it's, there is that slight little learning curve to it. But otherwise, I like it. I mean, like for like little finishing details like this stuff. I mean, like look at those wings, man. Look, you see how the light just plays along with the feathers and everything like that. Like that's just so much fun, And it's so Eldar. Alrighty, I think this is dry. I think we can slap on some Agrilian Earth. I don't know why I'm shaking this. This stuff doesn't really need to be shooken. Shooken? Shaken? Shooken? Shocking? I'm going to use one of these things here. This is the Citadel little applicator texture brush. It's not a brush. It's just a stick. It's like a thing you get for your coffees, But anyway, let's throw some on his base. So oftentimes when I'm using this stuff, I don't know if you guys have ever used these technicals for like your bases and stuff like that. I really like them. They're a great way of putting a really awesome texture down onto the base really quickly. Oftentimes I just grab a great big old chunk of it and slap it down. And this stuff here is the crackle. It's got the crackle medium in it, so as it dries, it will crackle. Oh crap! I didn't lay a color down underneath. I'm gonna have white showing through. Crap. Okay, hold on. Got way ahead of myself here. So, because it's so thick, you can just scrape it off. Oh, I got way ahead of myself here. I'm an idiot. Just got too excited about what I was doing here. Just way too excited. So, alright. Rinse that off. We're going to have to give that a layering first. Let's do, I will do something like Dryad Bark, I guess. Mornfang? Something fun. Let's do Mornfang. Yeah. Right? Mornfang? Yeah. We'll do Mornfang in the cracks. Now, this is obviously the undercolor that will show up when the cracking begins, when the crackling. Gotta wait until this dries, though. I mean, I suppose I could just wet blend it in, but screw it. Let's wet blend it in. Because, you know, being impatient hasn't cost me already, right? Grab a slightly large brush here. There we go. And yeah, start slapping this on. You know what? We'll do the rim too in this color. Yeah, let's just do the whole base in this color. Seeing as how everybody, you know, keeps ripping on my green rim bases, we'll do this. Feels like I didn't shake this enough. Color feels super runny. Yeah, there we go. We'll just blend that in. Screw it. Okay, color the rim. Yeah, there we go. So we'll give that a few moments to dry. Let's see if there's any more questions to answer here. Black Dynamite. Hey Chris, what's happening? Basil. So example, if I wanted to have a metallic armor, I'd have to start with black metallic. And how would I give it color transition into purple? Do I have to add metallic medium to the purple glaze or pink highlights? Or since these layers are going to be thin, they won't ruin the metallic effect? And how do I need a shade when glazing? I've never done glazing, so I just want to know everything in order to not screw up, because I hate stripping after a ton of models for selling and repainting. Okay, I think you might be overthinking things a little bit here. Okay. Now, I think Basil, what I'd like to see is send me a picture of like your Dark Eldar that you're initially working on and what you want. Like, I think I need to see a clear picture as to what kind of effect you're looking for here, because if you want to preserve the metallic shine on the model, these shade washes, they come in like when they dry, they'll have a matte finish typically, but there are like Nuln Oil, Agrax, and I think Reichland, they all have a gloss version where they dry with a glossy finish, which preserves the metallic shine. That's what I was talking about, putting the shade wash on top. Now you can build that transition up to a brightness and then bring it all back down again if you find it too bright, or you know what I mean, you want to add more contrast to it. That's all that I meant. And like you want to have it go from a black transitioning into a purple, right? So like I said, you can start off with the black metallic, build up to a bright silver, and then hit it with a clear purple, and that will give you your color transitions. Um, does that make sense? You know what I mean? And that's a glaze, and that's just throwing it right on top, and bang, it's done. Um, just trying to think of an easier way. I mean, I suppose I could demonstrate it. I don't know if I have any models really on hand right now that I could demonstrate that with. You have to give me a few moments, Basil, because maybe I'll be able to demonstrate it for you. Black Dynamite, imagine my surprise in finding you on Twitch while I was browsing. Ebb and Flow at K Below. Philip Seymour Hoffman, Boogie Nights moment. I'm an idiot. Well, I do make mistakes. I sometimes get ahead of myself, and everybody does it. Nobody's perfect, even me. Basil, I like the green rim bases. I've sent you a test guy on Discord some time ago when asking about the glazing. Okay, yeah. I remember you shown me the pictures of your Dark Eldar, but that was before a lot of this metallic talk. Danny V, Fantasy 40K. I'm off to sleep. Have a good stream. Yeah, later, dude. Black Dynamite. How do you avoid burnout when doing detail-intensive models like the new Death Guard? Burnout? That's tough. Burnout's a really tough one to fight. Because what ends up happening is it's a lot of repetition, right? That's really what it is. Burnout is just kind of tired of doing the same damn thing over and over and over again, right? And when you're working on detail intense models, I would say take a break. Say work on one model or two models at a time, and then work on something else, and then come back and work on them, and then finish off detail. You know what I mean? Like, if you're working on, say, the Plague Marines, say you're working on another Plague vehicle, or something else completely different. Maybe you're working on Space Marines as well, so you have some Plague Marines, but then maybe you have some Space Marines you got to get done, so you want to get, kind of get through some of their details, and, try not to have them all in front of you, because that can be daunting as well. If you have like a whole bunch of models in front of you, it's like, oh my god, I got all these models to go through. Oh, and then you start looking at other stuff, and then you start, teetering off into other tasks, and you end up getting nothing done, right? So you're best off not having all those things right in front of you all the time. You're better off having just a couple projects in front of you, just what you're going to work on, and then just concentrate on just that. Now, mind you, like myself, I mean, like if I had 10 plague Marines in front of me, yeah, I'd probably go bonkers from that. I could probably handle maybe 5 in front of me to work on at once. Maybe. I'd probably work them into like 2 and 3, or, I'd probably work them into groups of 2 and 3. If I had 5 Marines to do, I'd probably do 2 and 3 Marines at a time. I'd do 2 and then do 3. And then I'd probably alternate like what I was doing or what kind of techniques I was doing. But again, when you have those assembly line kind of paint jobs in front of you, it is again also another chance to try out different techniques and things, right? So it's also another opportunity for you as a painter to grow and to learn a new technique and try something outside the norm kind of thing, right? So I think that's also the other part about fighting burnout, is that keep trying to challenge yourself, do something different, try something new, and that will also help keep burnout at bay, is challenging yourself. I have been fighting burnout for years, doing my job every day. I mean, I mean, I work on miniatures all day long, you know, and sometimes there is some repetition in what I'm doing. In fact, there's a lot of repetition in what I'm doing, and I just, try and figure out a new way to do something and a new way to show you guys. And because I do mention a lot that like there are many ways to skin a cat, as the saying goes, and I do hold that belief firmly that there are many ways to get to an end result, and painting is one of them. There's many ways to get to the same kind of result. So yeah. Bum. Basil, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Ebb and Flow, Po Buddy's Nerfic. Hey, Po Buddy's Nerfic, man. It's probably around the time I brain my damage. George Hintz, hi, there's George. Black Dynamite. I always want to say Black Dynamite. I love that movie. That was hilarious, man. I've been doing squad of 5 Plague Marines, and I felt like I was going cross-eyed doing the detail work. Think I'll paint an Eldar Farseer to change things up. Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's just, think of something else, or try something else. And maybe, when you're working on, say, like a big, miniature kind of project, maybe make some terrain along the side, or if you got a bunch of like, Space Marines, got 10 Tactical Marines, do the Rhino, assemble the Rhino, and then, and kind of alternate between things, and that's an excellent idea, though, because I mean it's slightly different, styles that are often portrayed on the 2 different models, right? Nurgle Marines tend to be slimy and greens, and stuff like that. You go to a Farseer, and you might be trying to do smooth robes and transition, and so give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. Basil, I can't have 3 Marines in front of me. They're too detailed. Oh, the 2 Plague Marines. Yeah, there's a lot of detail on those models. They're fantastic looking models, but yeah, there's a ton. Adorable Chris, where's my macaroni tutorial? God damn. Aaron trying to be funny back there. Har 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 har, hardy har har har. Where's my macaroni tutorial? We made the joke one day. We got on the subject of something one day.
You wanted a very new quick tip.
Yeah, something new for quick tip.
Macaroni.
Yeah, and then they throw, do a quick tip on using macaroni. Like in the miniatures. Like with our miniatures, using macaroni. Like for terrain or something, or was it just on...
I don't even think I gave you a parameter for it.
Yeah. Just use macaroni on our miniatures in a wargaming setting. And I'm like, alright, So if you want help fighting burnout, that'll do it, Does painting Marines really seem that bad now? Instead of like trying to figure out how to make macaroni work on a miniature? Smart ass.
Yep.
Anyway, alright, let's get this base finished here. Let's get this model done, for God's sakes. Oh, you know what? I didn't put enough of that brown down. Jeez Louise. I used what, Mornfang? Yeah, I used Mornfang. Time we had here. Holy moly, it's only after 6. Alright. Which brush I was using? This bigger one, wasn't I? Yeah. Let me see a macaroni tutorial. Kidding me. Alright. So, just going to do these rims here. Really, that's all I'm doing is just reestablishing the color on the rim. I was seeing like the primer and the streaks and stuff, and I just wasn't having any of it. So that's why we're redoing the rim here. Getting a nice strong bold color down. I gotta be careful which way I'm painting my paintbrush too, or pointing my paintbrush, because I might hit my my guy here. I should probably put him away. But he's just so fun to look at. He's just this big old blobby dude. He's like, rah, rah, rah. Yeah, everybody's like, yes, Chris, we get it. He's a big scary monster. Okay, we'll give that a few moments to dry. Greenleaf Terrain, there he is. Chris, want to go on an adventure? Nahanni National Park, Northwest Territories. Yeah? I'd imagine there's like is it like rocky and terrain, or is it just flat? Like, is it just tundra? Because if it's just fields of tundra, that's not much fun. Because, I mean, if you could see one end of the park to the other end, that's no fun. That's, you know what I mean? But if it's like got some hills and valleys and some streams and some wildlife, and you know what I mean? Like I'm sure you've trekked around Algonquin Park, right? I mean, like that's fun as hell. I mean, that's, you know, that's an adventure through a park, you know. How did we get on me going on an adventure anyway? How did we get to there? How did we do that? I don't understand. Basil, it's only after 2 for you? Oh, man, it's still late. Or early. It all depends. But Basil's over in Russia. So, you know. It's kind of cold for him. I don't know. It's late in the morning for him. Basil, 24-hour stream of Chris pointing great unclean one at the camera and making scary sounds. Yeah, just rawr, rawr, rawr. Zoe Deschanel, WTF? They came out with a model that looks like me when I take my shirt off. Yeah. Greenleaf Terrain, Chris. It's backcountry camping. I'm just asking random people. I'm planning adventures for the spring, summer, fall. Oh, you're gonna head up that way? Okay, cool. No, I get it, man. I get it. Have I ever gone up the way? No, I've never done it. I can't say I'm in a mad rush to go up to the Northwest Territories. I don't know, just especially during the summer, because you know that's when it's starting to get warm. I mean, we're getting a pretty cold winter around here, and you know the last thing on my mind is like during the summer I want to go to the Northwest Territories where it's, you know, frigid cold. I'm not knocking your idea, Adam. I'm just saying, you know, might not be my cup of beans, as it were. Greenleaf says, Google it sometime. It is a beautiful landscape. You paddle down this massive Nahanni? Is that how you say it? River that has a waterfall like Niagara. Sounds nice. Well, you're going to have to take lots of pictures, dude, and show me. I'm afraid I'm not going to be available to go on this romantic journey with you into the Northwest Territories. You know, but, you know, send pics, man. Send pics. Okay, so now we're going to bust out the Agrilian Earth. Finally now, after all this talk. Finally. Alright. I'm going to use the little GW scoopers. The little pooper scoopers. And begin laying this down. We're going to lay this really heavily without hitting the model onto the base here. Usually this stuff flows a little thicker. For some reason this feels very soft. But either way. When we get in close to the model, I would switch to the finer end of the stick. Yeah. Oop, might be a little too much. Yeah. Okay. So scrape that excess off. As you can see there. So we're just working our way close into the model, as it were. And so now we're just going to push this in just a little bit closer. Just a little closer. And a little bit closer. Until we get to a kind of a Bill Clinton kind of voice. Just a little bit closer. As we push this around on the model. Get into all these little nooks and crannies. And I think that's what might have got this president in trouble, was by playing around in some nooks and crannies when he shouldn't have been. Anyway, clean that off. I don't know where I was going with any of that, people. Don't ask. I want to clean that edge off, but let's see here. Let's get my finger damp just a bit. Typically, this is how I clean off this kind of stuff. Just a little bit that kind of overhangs on the lip. Typically. No, see, I just messed that up right there. Yeah. Actually, it's not too bad. And I'm done. I'm done screwing around with that. So now we'll set that aside, allow that to dry. Put this guy away, put this guy away. Put this back in my technical drawer with all my technicals. Technicals. Zoe, dope ass beanie, bro. Oh, thank you. It is from Knitfink. Just go to knitfink.com. I do believe is her storefront, and ask really nicely if you want one. I don't think she's charging a lot for them, but ask nicely, and she might make one up. I don't know. Everybody's been commenting and asking, and I've just been telling everybody, oh, Knitfink made it for me, and so I don't know. Knitfink hasn't said anything like stop telling people where you got the hat because I'm swamped with requests. Maybe she wants to be swamped with requests. I have no idea. But either way, yeah, I'll just get anybody who asks. I'm going to tell them where I got it because that's where I got it. And, we had a really, she gave me a very generous deal on it. And so, yeah, and I wear it all the time. I like it. It fits. I can't remember the last time I had a hat that, sat on my head so well and so comfortably. Greenleaf Crane at Chris. Fine. I need to schedule a time like an hour or two with you. I can pay you for your time to go over my camera and how to use it better and lenses to buy for better landscape and night photos and stars. How people photo fast moving water and it has this crazy awesome look. Oh, yeah. I can totally show you all that stuff, Adam. Yeah. Totally. Just let me know, man. Just let me know when you want to go, and maybe we'll go take. You know what? Maybe we'll go hit like the Niagara Falls or something like that, where we get like the fast moving water at night kind of thing. We'll just go and do some like night photography and stuff. Yeah. You know what? Maybe we'll do it like 2 1-hour class kind of things. We'll do a night session and maybe like a day session or whatever, or like what kind of gear you're gonna want to pick up and kind of stuff. Yeah, definitely. We can totally do that, dude. Totally. Congo. I do not have sexual relations with that paint pot. I did not have sexual relations with that paint pot. Basil, LOL. Zoe, LOL. Congo, she does the good stuff. She did my Raven Guard hat. Oh yeah, you got the Raven Guard hat, yeah? Did you post that in Discord? The Raven Guard hat? Because I don't know if I saw that. But I remember seeing a Raven Guard. But because it all started because she had posted a picture of a Tyrnid hat. And it had like the Tyrnid symbol and it had, some little line work around it and stuff like that. And I was like, man, Knitfink, please, like hook me up here. So, yeah. Greenleaf Train at Chris. Yes, that sounds amazing. Yeah, we'll totally do it, dude. I mean, just let me know when you're free, and we'll just figure out what nights I'm free. It all depends because a lot of times the old lady's working late, so that's why I'm working right now and stuff like that. So, we'll figure out some time. We'll figure it out. It's not hard, but yeah, we'll totally figure it Bum 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 bum. Congo. Hailbop is my Discord handle. Okay, well I don't have my Discord up right now. But did you put like where did we get onto this whole Knitfink? Because I mean she posted it somewhere, right? Where did she post it in the Discord? I don't remember. Because all of a sudden we're all it's got hats. Hey kids for everyone. So yeah. All right. I think, man, look at my work area. It's just mangled and dots everywhere. Look at all this stuff. What is this from? What is this stuff? And where the hell was I? Anyway, my paint area is all messed right up. So yeah, we're gonna leave the Autarch to dry because we've got the Agrilian Crackle Medium. Ooh, and you can start to see some crackles. Crackle, 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 crackle. Anyway, we'll hide him behind Big Fatso over here. Let's grab Eldrad. Let's have a look here. Alright, so we left off last time. I was doing the robes and such and picking up the helmet. And I think next I need to start working on... I think I need to bring red into those shoulder pads, don't I? Yeah, I'm thinking I do. I think I'm going to push that gray. See how like it's really gray on his hands? Because I hit that with some lighter grays just to really bring the tones out. But I don't like that. I think when I hit those the same way I did the robe, I'm going to push that down a bit more. I'm going to push that color down. Because I'm not entirely happy with that. And how we did that last time was we grabbed some ink. We'll grab a little bit of Floaid. And what else did we use? Was it just ink and Floaid? Is that all we did? I think that's all we did, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go. So just 1 or 2 drops. Probably just 1 drop would have probably did it. I gotta get some more inks. One, 2. I think we thinned it out with water, didn't we? God, I can't remember what I did. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, see how it's nice and thin now? And see, this is where I prefer sable-haired brushes because you get into instances like this where you want to work with the color in a really thinned out consistency, like watercolor. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. Push that all back again, but you can still see the details. That's what I like. So, let's hit this side too. Try not to hit any of the other stuff. And then, yeah, we're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to hit some other stuff later, I think. I think that's okay. Maybe, for giggles, I should do his sword in chrome. Just for giggles. Just because. Just because. Just because. Let's get out the Mephiston Red because I need to do those shoulder pads. I think that's the next thing that's kind of bugging me here. I need some shoulder pads. So let's grab some Mephiston Red. Throw that onto our palette. We will grab the smaller brush. Just the... Whoa! See, that's why oftentimes I'm not a huge fan of using corks because it's on such a small little base, whereas, you know, I like using my big painting handles because they don't do just what I just did, which is roll around freely. Oh man, just I bet you guys could have heard my heart stop in there. Okay. Anyway, let's do this. Yeah. So everybody else who's kind of like listening to me right now, what are you guys working on at the moment? Are you guys working on projects, or are you guys just all around just kind of chilling and listening to me mess up? Listening to me almost take out my own model here. All right, give that a second or two to dry. It almost looks like I want to hit that inside with the red and the armor there. I don't, but I almost do. But I don't, but I almost do. All right, let's come up with a bit more here. Get the underside here, like that. Get this side of the shoulder pad. There we go. Of course, too, it gives us a very interesting kind of look because it creates a bit of separation from his robe and the armor of his shoulders, you know. Which is why I was thinking that maybe I wanted to do his chest armor in red, kind of like how his armor, like underneath, might actually look like a guardian, you know, where he's just got like the white helmet and the red armor, because everybody in Samhan dresses the same way, apparently. So, yeah. But anyway. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually digging that now. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Now then, yeah, I kind of want to hit some other points with that red. Like, I wouldn't mind hitting it, but I mean, it's almost like this underrobe is where that rune is, right? And so that would be all black. What about his arms? No, his arms look like they're in cloth. Yeah. Dang. I don't know. I guess we're just going to leave him like that, I guess. I guess we're not going to mess with that too much. And that's a shame. Man, I can see all the little mistakes I made from last time there. Not fixing up some of those areas. Yeah. Anyway, what time are we here? Oh, man, 6:30. 6:30. Jump into the comments. Where am I in the comments? I don't know. I'm going to look. Congo, keep your damn red off my homeboy Eldrad. Uthwi for life. You know what? No, because he looks like Eldrad, and he has the same abilities as Eldrad, but he's on Samhan, so, I mean, he can't be Eldrad, right? So this guy is like, you know, Dradel, the Farseer. That's who this guy is. He's Dradel, the Farseer, who just happens to live on Samhan and have the same abilities as Eldrad, but, you know. Where are we here? George Hintz, catnip. Catnip, sure, catnip. Why not? Congo, you okay, Chris? May want to check your pants. Bat Beatty, striking scorpions. Sweet. Jeez, message from Aaron. I'm heading home. Quirk is still sleeping in the bag. Are you, Aaron? You still here? Nope, gone. Basil, I'm doing nothing. Okay. Black Dynamite, priming my Farseer. Cool. So Basil, you're just sitting there, just chilling out. 2 hours. I guess so, because it's 2 in the morning, right? Helbrecht working on an avatar of Kane from Forge World. Nice, nice. What are you gonna do it as? Have you sent me pictures? If you haven't sent me pictures, you got to send me pictures of what you're doing, because you know, like the Forge World avatar he's painted up in so many different ways, and you know, I'd like to see. You know, when I went away, that was sort of typical, kind of, a little bit, you know. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you're doing. PPLT511. I am currently painting intercessors. Cool. I got a whole bunch done over the holidays. I got the whole Dark Imperium Marines. I got them all assembled. They're not on bases or anything like that. And the Marine in the Gravis armor, I left the backpack off so that I can paint him properly. Oh, and the what is it, the Ancient or something? He's got the standard. I left that standard off so that I could access that. And I have the what are these guys? Inceptors? Yeah, I have the Inceptors. I have them, but I left their backpacks off so that I can, you know, get to them, right? And because I had an idea for those guys, the Inceptors, because I wanted to do, like, anybody who follows me on Instagram knows that I put up a picture of a shoulder pad, and it had this white Thunderbird in a red field, and it was a white Thunderbird. I want to do a Space Marine chapter like that, and I was thinking of using them as my example, and basically I was going to give them this whole kind of, you know, Native American kind of vibe, and you know, they'll have, like, you know, feathers from their helmets, or maybe off the guns, or, you know, they'll have like totems and stuff like that hanging off them, kind of that kind of stuff, you know. Squad markings be a bit like, say, Space Wolves, where, you know, they might be geometric shapes and, you know, stuff like that. I don't know, but the armor, I was really toying around the idea of the armor being metallic red. I know, I'm losing it. I know, but yeah, metallic red. I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Congo, can't believe you're painting red on my homeboy. That's dradel. That's dradel. He's from Samhan. He's been around for, you know, 11,000 years, and he's really good at psychics. He's just really good. They haven't seen him around in a while because, you know, they thought maybe he went to the Dome of Crystal Seers and changed crystals, but it turns out he was just locked in the bathroom. And when he came out, he was like, "Hey, what's going on? You know, I'm back. You know, I'm the all powerful psychic for Samhan." I don't know. That's some lame background story for you. Greenleaf Terrain, Jim the Farseer. Yeah, he's Jim. He's just Jim. It's Jim. Congo dradel the Farseer is a poser. Hey, you don't know. He might have talked to Eldrad all the time. What if they were like correspondence pals? Like they were pen pals. They were pen pals. And he's like, "Yo, Eldrad, like, you know, I've been trying to work out how to do this spell." And he's like, "Oh, well, here, yeah, this is the way I do it." And he's like, "Oh, wow, that's excellent." You know, what if they went to like the same school of like sorcery? You know what I mean? Like it's like Harry Potter, but like, you know, it's like he's the other guy that was with Harry Potter all the time. And like, what the heck's that ginger kid's name? That's who this guy is. He's the ginger with Harry Potter. I don't know. Helbrecht going with a green molten look instead of the standard red body. Interesting. Wanting him to match the lore and planet for my custom craft world. Cool. That sounds cool. So you got like a custom craft world scheme then? Is that what I'm hearing here? If so, you know, hey, fill me in, man. I'd like to see that. Congo. Eldar Farseer School. Eldrad and Dradel are the jocks that never stopped wearing their varsity jacket 5-6 years out of high school. Yeah, that's them. That's who this guy is. He's the guy, right? He's the guy. Ebb and Flow, Chris, Eldar Parent Trap movie time. Yeah, Parent Trap, yeah. Oh man, all the lame ideas we come up with. You know what? That's still not good enough there. Do I still have some red there? Ooh, just a little bit. Bit of water. Little bit of water. Reactivate that a bit. There we go. And let's just go another little layer here. It's not as nice, vibrant red as I like. So we're going to add just another layer. Throw another layer in here on the runes. Yeah. Yeah. Get those underparts there. There we go. Perfect. It's not bad, not bad. I'm liking the arms now better that we knocked a bit of that silliness out of them. All right. Where are we in these comments here? Is there any other comments? Congo. They gave Uriel swirlies in the toilet and taped him to the Wraithbone pole in front of the school. It's like Revenge of the Nerds here. Okay. You know what? For giggles, I just had an idea. For giggles, what time we at? Yeah, we got enough time. We got enough time. For giggles here, I am going to show you guys. I'm going to use this brush. Do I want to use this brush? Yeah, this brush is okay. It's just got some of that putty on it. Yeah, this brush is fine. You see? Yeah, it should be fine. Got all the schmutz all on my table. Okay, here's a treat for you guys, okay? For some of you guys who don't know or have not seen, I am going to show you guys chroming Eldrad's blade. So, get ready for this. I'm going to use Molotov liquid chrome, right, to do this. So I just got to make sure it's thoroughly shooken now. Congo. In Eldar School, Farseers, strong psychics are the jocks and the less psychic are the nerds. Yeah, that would be the way it would go, right? I mean, like the guys who, because they're two different paths, right? I mean, like, does an Eldar who's on the path of the Warlock, can he go over to the path of the Farseer? Because I mean, like, it seems like there's some introductory type stuff that you might be overlapping with, like do your credits carry over into Farseer School, or you know, like how does it work? You know, they don't. These are the kind of details we need to know, because this isn't the stuff that Games Workshop's telling us. We need to know this kind of stuff. Anyway, okay, so first things first, grab a little bit of my nail polish remover, just for cleaning essentially, and the Molotov liquid chrome. Got a nice little disposable palette. You can see here I just have my little daubs of chrome on there already, and I've got a synthetic brush for applying because I'm going to be using lacquer based products, and you know, I don't want to be using my good sable hair brushes for this kind of work. So here we go. This stuff's really fun. I like this stuff. Oh, 2 drops, probably a little too many. This stuff, like a little drop goes really far. It goes really far. You wouldn't believe how far this goes. And to buy this stuff, it's expensive, but it goes far. So, your money really goes. Anyway, okay. So, I was trying to make sure I got a good angle here to show you guys. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to grab a little bit onto our brush here. Like so. Make sure the bristles are really swollen. And we are going to hit the entirety of the blade. Like so. Now the thing is though, is after we've done this, we can't touch this portion of the blade for at least, like, be on the safe side, 24 hours. Just for this stuff to cure fully. It's kind of annoying. So like I said, like if you're in a hurry, this is not the stuff to use. This stuff will just upset you. But if you can take your time and, really appreciate the nuances of it, come on. And try not to do what I'm doing here, which is go over it too many times. You don't really want to do that. But yeah. There you go. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. You know what? Maybe we should do the headpiece as well. Let's do the headpiece as well. Just because. Hopefully it's not too dusty. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm concentrating here. Don't worry, the feed didn't die or anything like that. Oh man, that's the first time I ever used up all I used. First time for that. There we go. So there. Kind of fun, right? I kind of want to do it for the whole staff now. Not just that headpiece on it. But yeah. And like I said, like you got to lay this stuff on heavy. So cleaning the crap off, because you can see how like this will just kill a brush, right? So I put down just a couple drops of nail polish thinner, and then just clean the brush off. Of course, now I got that acetone smell in my office now, but that's okay because it smells like we're working here. It smells like we're working. Got chemicals going. We got harsh chemicals going. We're doing manly work. Yeah, nail polish, manly work. Come on. Anyway, and there, the brush is nice and clean now. And I usually grab a paper towel and wipe this off because don't really need it drying and smelling up for the joint. Oop, now cut some of that ink. Now the ink's going everywhere. Now the ink's out of control. Oh, for the love of God. Oh my God. Oh, I give up. Anyway, so yeah, that's how you apply that Molotov chrome, and you can see how it's just so bright on the miniature. Look how fun that is. Look how fun that is. I kind of want to do it to all the Eldrad staff now. And the thing is once it's dry, like I can come back in like I did with the Autarch here. Ooh, it's all crackly. I did his blade in the chrome and then hit the color on the blade. And you can see how his sword has a blue tinge to it. And you can do that. You can do that kind of effects. Lots of fun. Bum. Where am I? I don't know. I don't know. Basil, now I'm going to pimp that Eldrad sword. I'm gonna pimp that sword, man. Gonna pimp it. Congo, Dark Eldar would be the edgy kids. Basil says they'd be the goth kids. Congo, one thick coat. Yeah, one thick coat. That's how you got to apply that stuff down. You think I'm having you on, but I'm not. That's how you got to do it, man. It's how it's got to be done. It's not fun for everybody, you know, but it's the way it's got to be done. Any other questions from everybody? Because I think I'm going to end the stream here. Because I can't really do more Eldrad because I'll end up bumping that freaking Chrome. I know if I manhandle that Chrome, or I'll end up dropping him again and hitting the table. And the Autarch, I can't touch him till later anyway. So if you got any questions, ask. Now's the time to ask them. Sir Peanut Butter, hey Chris, managed to catch you live again. Yay, Sir Peanut Butter. Basil and Corsair. Chris, you got any Corsairs? I do have some Corsairs. I do actually. Here, I'll not to say that I'm bragging here, but yeah, I got a couple. Right now they're collecting dust, but yeah, I got a few. I got these guys here. Let me see here. Yeah. Basically, I'm doing like a black to a red metallic, but I'm not sure on how to do the wings. So, and I'm doing all the guns bone. Like, see this guy here. So you see, the black is on the lower half. It's kind of like, imagine like Carnage from Spider-Man. He's got that black and red kind of going on. That's kind of the vibe, right? So yeah, I do have Corsairs. I haven't finished them yet. Just other projects and getting ready for like tourneys and stuff like that. It just kind of gets in my way and sidetracks me kind of thing. Congo, did you thin the chrome? No, I did not thin the chrome at all. You have to apply it. That Molotov chrome, you have to apply it right out of the bottle like that in a fairly generous amount for the chrome to build and to work. It has to be applied, quite heavily. Ebb and Flow, Chris, this Eldar paint session goes against all my better judgment. Thank you for making it tolerable, filthy Xenos. Basil, they look cool. Yeah, thank you. When I get around to finishing, I think what it is I'm stuck on the blades of the wings, like the big part of the wings. I'm stuck on what color I want to use for those. I don't know. That's why I think I've stopped, is I don't know what to do them. Congo, okay, straight out of the bottle, gotcha. Yeah, straight out of the bottle, dude. Just get a disposable palette and just put a drop or two down, and then get a synthetic bristled brush. Don't use your good sable brushes if you have them, and then try and do it like in a single stroke, and just like if you're doing like a sword blade, just try and do it in that single stroke. You see how I went back once and twice? I shouldn't have did that because I could have potentially ruined the effect. Because like I said, like it takes 24 hours for this stuff to dry. Like I can't touch Eldrad now for 24 hours because I'll ruin that chrome effect. Sir Peanut Butter, Chris, if I have a model based in something like Scale 75 black metal, but wanted to say add a bright white like pearl, what's a good way to work up to it? Like a pearl? Well, if you have like a pearl paint, I mean, you can always two-brush blend the two, work from black to the pearl. You could always lay the pearl down first, and then lay successive layers of black metallic down, building up a gradient. And of course, too, you can just mix them and then just add in your layers and edges, stuff like that. Really, it's what kind of technique are you comfortable with? If you're straight up, if you're used to layering it, if you're used to dry brushing it or used to glazing it, blending it, it's really up to you. It's really the sky's the limit. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I mean, personally, if I was going to do like a pearlescent from a black, I would probably give blending a try and blend it out a bit. Or I would lay the pearl down and then glaze the black metal in slowly and slowly build up to that black, so you have slight transitions going on in there. If that's the kind of effect you're looking for. If you're looking for just a hard edge, then just do it black and then do the pearl on the edge and you're done, right? Basil, so for the metallic armor, should I get scale 75 black if it's going to make things easier, or just use metallic medium with black paint? I would say to get the scale 75 black metal, just to make life a little bit easier. And I mean, like, they have a metallic set of, like, straight up silvers and stuff, like from black, and then there's a couple colors in it as well. I can't remember what colors are in it, but anyway, you might as well pick up that set and work with that. The scale 75 colors are really, really great. The metallics are awesome. MIG ammo makes really good metallics. They're probably the best as far as acrylic metallics are concerned. They're probably two of the best, with lots of color too. Basil, also, how would you base Dark Eldar to keep the dark theme going? I kind of don't want to use texture paints, but I got no other ideas at all. Well, it all depends. If you're going with, I think you're going with, what'd you say, like a black to a purple, right? So you can go with lighter greens. You can go with light browns, tan. You could go with light gray, light gray, like concrete and city fights. When doing the bases, it's really a question of, are you making it kind of scenery where it's going to complement the model, or are these for gaming? And if it's for gaming, then what kind of tables do you play on? Do you play at home all the time? Make the bases fit your home table. Or is you go to a gaming club, and when you go to a gaming club where you could be playing on varying kind of tables and you want it to look good, I often go for more neutral kind of bases, right? So like grays, stuff like that, and you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. Oh, Basil says the set is quite overpriced in my area, so I want to pick separate pots. Yeah, just get black metal. That's the dark metal that they have. And then they have one called, I think it's white metal? White alchemy. White alchemy is another good one. If you're going to get two, get black metal and white alchemy. White alchemy is a white metallic. It's metallic paint, but it's got white in it. It's not the same as Vallejo's metal medium. Metal medium is just the metallics. So if you want to pick that up instead, it all depends. Basil says, haven't played a single game of 40k ever. Well, if it's just for your own aesthetics, then I would go with something that's a little bit bright and complements that purple. Now, typically, what complements purple is yellow. You might want to go with something maybe like a desert theme, where you have the oranges and yellows at play. That would actually be very striking. I was thinking more along the lines of greens, like jungles, so maybe a bit more green, but more yellow greens. That can also be really cool. Grays, light grays will also work. Again, it's really up to you. It's what kind of vibe are you feeling from it. But anywho, I think that's it for the comments, and that is it for the show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for painting along with me, and trying to get some of these little projects of mine done, especially Dreldad, or no, what's his name? Dradel. Dradel. Getting Dradel done and getting my Autarch done. getting these guys done. And of course, for Vault members, you guys will be seeing lots more of this guy in future videos. And so, thank you guys for tuning in. These paint sessions are kind of random, so I just do them whenever, right? But, you know, thanks for tuning in. We usually like to do them on Twitch just because, you know, it's a little bit more looser and, you know, stuff like that. Now, things are beeping over here. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's beeping. Anyway. Oh, is that George? I think George is on Discord. Join me on Discord.
I'm on both.
You're on both.
Yep.
How are you hearing me?
I don't know.
I'm confused now. George freaking me out. So, anyway.
Well, I mean, it's like there's a delay in the Twitch.
Yeah, there's always a delay. There's always this delay in the stream. But, anywho, wayofthebrush.com. You want to stay in touch with everything we're doing. I got my Instagram, my Twitter, and the website, and the live shows, the Monkey Shrine, T-shirts, and yeah, everything else. It's all there. It's all at wayofthebrush.com. Head to wayofthebrush.com. That'll get you into everything. That's the golden gate. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. George, you're freaking me out, man.
With my speakers, I mean, you're in the game channel, which is a phone channel, and then a couple seconds later, I hear you on the Twitch channel. It is kind of funny to hear me on the Twitch after we talk on this game channel. Why are you doing both? I'm just curious. Discord and the speaking on the Twitch.